Hello, welcome to the island of Sodor. Thomas and Friends 47 is brought to you by the premier Thomas online retailer, KaikeStore.com. Get the best ranges at the best prices today. And don't forget to use code 12TF47 to save 12% off your next order. For new and existing customers, that's 12TF47 to save 12%. All aboard for a big adventure. Hi guys, Thomas Friends 47 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some very cool customs, and we're even going to take a look at how to make one of these customs. Now, you may be looking at these and thinking, well, these are just regular engines, and you are right, except there's a very special detail here, and that's the coal in the coal bunkers. You can see here that they all have loose coal that looks very realistic. All of these tenders have been hollowed out, so that way it looks like it's real empty space, so you can put artificial coal inside. So for example, if I empty the bunker out, we look here into Thomas's bunker, you'll see that's all hollow space where I can pour coal into. Same way with Percy here. Again, I've hollowed out that bin so you can fill this up with coal. And with Rebecca, I didn't do it as deep as the others, just because, that would fill up a lot of coal. I didn't want to add too much weight to the engine. Here you can kind of see how I've done it. You see I painted the inside black there for the coal bunker, and then where the motor is, I've added 2 cardboard flaps on either side, and then painted the whole thing black. And that's so that the coal doesn't slip between that and get into the engine or the wheels. But you'll also see it doesn't go too far out so it doesn't jam the body. And then you'll see with Henry here, and you can see me pouring some coal into there, just how cool that looks. Love it. And then how I fill up Thomas and Percy in tank engine bunkers is usually I'll just use a coal truck or something, and I will use paper because this is a very messy process. As you can see, it gets coal everywhere, but it looks really cool. What's also really cool too is if you take a picture of an accident scene or something and you have the tender on its side or something, it looks really realistic because there's just coal that looks like it's falling out everywhere. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I made this, and we're going to do this today with Nia. So this is actually my first Nia that I had, and you can see that I put artificial coal on the bunker. I like that technique, but I wanted something a little bit better, so that's why I've upgraded this technique. I'm going to show you how I did it. But first you're going to need some tools. You're going to need some pliers. The clipper pliers there, and you're going to need a pair of the needle nose pliers. You're also going to need a screwdriver, and then I'm also using a power drill. Now, before you use any tools or customize your trains, make sure to have a parent or adult's permission, okay? Alright, so let's start here. You can see we're just going to take the bottom part of the engine, we're going to take that out. We're going to put that to the side for now. And then I'm just peeling up the artificial coal that I put on there. All I did with that was some glue. I actually made a video on that before. Alright, once that's removed, we can start work on getting that cut out. You're also going to need an X-Acto knife. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take the power drill, and we are going to drill through the coal load in the bunker. And the reason that we're doing this is it helps weaken the plastic a bit. So if you were just to go straight in with an X-Acto knife, it's going to take a lot longer. This helps drill out some of that empty space in between. Just make sure to be careful because it's very easy to take and damage the model further than just the coal load. Alright, now that we've done that, you can see I've taken the pliers there and I'm just trimming out the space around it. And then I'm going in with the X-Acto knife to clean it up a little bit. And we're going to keep doing this process. So you're going to go back and forth between the pliers and the X-Acto knife, and then the needle nose pliers to kind of pull them out, and then the clippers. You want to use the clippers to get the majority plastic through, so the big piece of plastic, and then you go in with the X-Acto knife to kind of clean up the work a little bit and shave off some of the plastic edges. Now, I also had to take and clean up some of the inside edges, where those little bumps were and everything. I had to use a power drill to kind of sand that down, so to get rid of that plastic at the top. And again, this model took a lot of trimming. Now, another thing that you can do is if you take a hairdryer, which I didn't do that in this video, but you can take a hairdryer and heat up the plastic, so not to a melting point, but to where it kind of gets a little bit softer, and then you can go in with the X-Acto knife and kind of slice through it a little bit easier too. And again, you can see just how much work this takes. I had to speed it up because it would have took like forever. I think it was about 25 minutes worth of footage there. Again, you can see I'm just using power drill kind of to sand down the edges on the inside, just to help it go a little bit faster and get rid of that plastic there. Now, this is the first time that I've used this technique on Trackmaster 2 engines. Typically, I've only done it on like the Trackmaster 1 engines and Plarail, and with the exception of Rebecca, but she's not a tank engine, she's a tender engine. So this was a learning experience for me, and it was one that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it was, I don't know. The other ones I had to add cardboard around. This one I just used hot glue, which I'll show that in just a moment. Again, you can see just how long of a process this takes, and I'm trimming the bits of plastic there that kind of hold the baseboard or the running board in. But that was just so that it looks clearer when you look straight down. You don't see that plastic jutting out on the sides. I'm just trimming that last bit of plastic away there. I wanted to do a video like this where you can see what I'm doing, because a lot of times I just show the video of the the finished product, but I don't actually show you what I did to get to it. And I know this is sped up quite fast, but I thought it'd be better to speed it up than have a 25-minute video. Alright, so now you can see it fits on there very well. This is the finished product after I add the hot glue. And what that does is that's going to add or keep the coal from falling into the motor and falling out of the engine. And I just did it in layers till I had enough where it would hold it in place like this, so that the coal doesn't slip through and get it all over the place. And then all I'm going to do with that is add a coat of black paint, and then you're ready to add coal. And I mean, just look how incredible that looks. It looks just like the show. It looks like realistic coal. And this is sand. I don't remember the exact name, but it's like it's not craft sand, but it's some kind of stones. I got it at Michael's. You can find it at craft stores, but they're a little bit bigger than just the regular sand granules, and it has more of a rocky texture to it, where the sand is, every single piece was the same. This has different balances of it, and to me looks a lot better. It's not exactly perfectly to scale, but it looks so great, I really don't even care about that. Anyway guys, that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this technique, and are you going to try this out yourself? Anyway, I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.